Now today's topic is buying a condo here in Thailand. Dave and I have been a little bit AWOL from YouTube for a little while, just because we've been kind of compiling some videos together and we wanted to show them in succession as they happened. And so let's get on this topic of buying a condo in Thailand. What we can do is basically share our own experience with you, which has been really great, actually, to be honest. We've somehow chosen really good people to deal with and have actually come out of this unscathed. I mean, totally unscathed, if there is such a thing when you're buying real estate in a different country. Now, the process for us, like I said, I'm just going to tell you how it has been for us. What Dave and I have been doing is we've been looking at condos to buy within about the last 6 weeks. We've had a look at quite a few, and there have always been things about them that we didn't quite like. We were firstly looking at closer to the city, but then the price is up there and the rooms or the condos are quite small. We didn't want that. We wanted something that was slightly larger, that had perhaps a bedroom or two that's hidden away. So that's exactly what we've got. Now, the process. I will give you a bit of a tour, or actually Dave and I will give you a bit of a tour later on when Dave's back home. But in the meantime, he's at his Geeks Club, by the way. Dave's joined a Geeks Club. Love it. All right, now I have my notes just because my memory doesn't serve the best. So I'm a notes person. I have my notes because I'm a notes person. Seriously, without notes, I don't know where my life would be. It'd probably be a big mess. So, now we viewed this condo. We walked through. We loved it pretty much immediately. We liked the area. We liked the pool. The pool was the first thing we saw, I think. But then the photos of the condo on the internet were indicative of what it actually looks like. Sometimes it can just be a little bit skew-if, and for that is probably the main reason why Dave and I looked around for so long. Now, 6 weeks may not seem like a long time, but when Dave and I sat down and had a bit of a discussion, we really didn't want to be renting in Thailand for the rest of our lives. And we do intend on being here for a very long time. So let me start with the process. Our agent's name was Otte. He works for Fazwaz. They're not just in Chiang Mai, they're all over Thailand. Now, when we viewed this condo, there were several things that I immediately fell in love with. The fact that it has 2 bedrooms, the fact that they're tucked away, the fact that you don't have to be in the living area to get to your bedroom, and the fact that the bathroom and toilet are separate to the bedrooms. The fact that the air conditioning units are off the side of the balcony and not on the actual balcony, roasting you alive if one of you is inside and the other one has decided to sit outside. That was another thing. And the one main factor that absolutely sold this place for me specifically, and Dave agreed with me after we had sat down and had a chat, was the fact that it's just been refurbished. It's only just recently been refurbished. It's fully furnished, so we got it. And when I say fully furnished, we got a lounge, TV, TV cabinet, a little cabinet in the corner, a fridge, a microwave, 2 queen-size beds, 2 wardrobes. They're not built in, they're separate, so they're standalone wardrobes. And table and chairs, and this coffee table that you're sitting on right now. Oops, almost knocked you over. All right, so we expressed our interest and we were asked to put down a deposit. So when you're buying a condo in Thailand, the deposit is 5%. 5% of whatever amount the total is. Makes sense. Now, then we met with the owner and she asked us to draw up a list of defects that we'd like replaced. Now, I'd walked into the bathroom and it's a typical Thai shower, so it's the entire bathroom is a wet area. So there are no power points in the actual bathroom, but that doesn't bother us. I'm not a hairdryer girl anyway, and Dave doesn't use an electric shaver, so that doesn't bother us at all. But what I did notice was that there were tiles and then there was a lip, and then it went into the shower recess area. What I wanted was a half shower wall, so a half glass, so you know it could stop the splattering from going all over the basin and whatever you had on the basin. So the owner was happy to throw that in for us, which I thought was absolutely fantastic, because I actually thought that if they did that for us, I would end up having to pay. But no, it worked out that the owner is also a developer. So what she does and what she and her team do is they buy up mortgagee sales or derelict apartments, condos, houses. They do them up, they flip them. And so that's exactly what they did with this place. So once that 5% deposit is down, the next step is meeting with the owner, and then it's writing up a list of defects. And then we met with the owner 3 days later. We went through the list of defects that had all been fixed. We then found a few more defects that we also wanted fixed, so they went ahead and did that. Dave expressed a desire to have a deadbolt on the door, and they just went ahead and did that without asking for any payment of any kind. They just went ahead and did that, which we thought was really good of them. All right, so what you need to do is you need to make it clear and obvious that the money that you're using to purchase your condo is coming from abroad. And when you're transferring that money, you need to make it clear that it is for the purchase of blah blah condo in blah blah. It needs to be clear for the bank in Australia to see and for the bank in Thailand to see, because, and that is so important, don't forget this step. It is imperative that you have in your reference for purchase of condo blah blah in blah blah. Okay, and I'm only saying this twice because if you don't do it, it will be an absolute I will not finish that sentence. Okay, so that's what we did. We put the reference in our transfers. We transferred it over, and then we had to go with our agent to the bank to get an FET form. Now the FET is a foreign exchange transfer form, so that needs to show that those transactions have come through. They have a reference of paying for condo blah blah and blah blah, and that's when you get the FET. The FET is given to the agent gave it to myself and Dave. And next step, I'm looking down at my notes. Okay, and then your agent should make an appointment with the Land Transfer Administration. The Land Administration Office. Your agent should make an appointment with the Land Administration Office, and then yourselves your agent and the owner all have to go there to do a transfer of title. So it goes from the ex-owner's name into your name, or the owner's name into your name. And before you leave the Land Administration Office, they will give you a certificate that is the land purchase document. You keep that safe. You guard it with your life. That is important. And you also get the land title deed. They call it a shinote. I'll put that down the bottom of the screen. All of what I'm saying right now will all be in the description, so if you miss any of it, it'll all be there. Okay, after your agent makes an appointment for the Land Administration Office, on the morning of the appointment, you go with your agent to the bank and you make a cashier's check for the balance owing on the condo. You keep that cashier's check with you. You go to the Land Administration Office. You sign a bunch of papers with the owner and the agent. They take a lot of pictures. I don't know what that's about, but they take a lot of pictures. They like taking pictures. So, yep, took the pictures, and we then got land title deeds. We got those, and we also got a document, a land sales document from the Land Administration Office saying that you have purchased that property and it is now in your name. That document you need to keep safe. That is so important. Okay, and then after all that's done, you have the shinote, which is the land title deed, and you have the land purchase document that you've received from the Land Title Office. And then you hand the money over to the cashier check. You hand the cashier check over to the owner, which is now not the owner anymore because you are. Right. Okay, this part is important. You need to know that there are two tiers where the meter for electricity is concerned. There is the meter that the condo management use, which is 9 baht per unit, and then there is the meter that you get from the government through the PEA office. You make an application, you need to have a copy of your passports, copy of your shinote, which is your land document, your land title document, and you also need a copy of the land purchase agreement from the Land Administration Office. And you also need a house book. Now, it's normally a yellow book for foreigners and it's a blue book for Thai people. You take that to the PEA and you make an application to get a new meter installed. So they send out a technician, the technician finalises the old meter and they send out a bill for that one, and then your new meter, your government meter, is installed. I will get Dave to fill you in on the rest of that because I wasn't a part of this particular part. Dave went in and did it himself, which I was really thankful for, but I will get him to fill you in on the rest. All right, talk soon.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Got a little conversation about a power meter. We're getting out in the condo changed over from the condo meter to the government meter. We found out there's different rates in Thailand. Well, we've been told, but I've seen it before on the internet. And the one what we originally had was going to probably be over 9 baht a unit, but the government one goes down to just under 5 baht a unit. So with a friend, we headed off to the PEA, went through all the paperwork to get the meter checked, the wiring checked to make sure it's all up to standard so they can change the meter out. We were waiting, went back to the room waiting. We got told a couple of days I'll come and check it out. No one turned up, so I headed down on Friday by myself with Google Translate, and a lovely lady helped me at the start, pointed me in the right direction. We have to go to ask about meters to find out they're not sure if they've actually come and checked it. So the conversation between the English and the Thai, it took us a while, but we worked it out. And there was a lovely guy there that we met the first time that loved Australian rules rugby. So with his help, he managed to get the paperwork going, I basically had to go and sit to one side for about an hour and a half. Just waited, just kept smiling. Next thing, he come out with a young guy, paperwork was done. Sign here, 750 baht, went over and paid. And I was so happy. This guy helped me out so much. From there, we got told it was going to be a Tuesday, and the meter's going to be changed because you'd be home because they have to make sure the power goes off and all the rest to check it.
And the new meter.
And the new meter to get installed. Yeah. Well, we went there on a Saturday just to check in the condo. As we were coming down to the bottom to talk to the lady, she goes, oh, he's here already. So if we had walked away, our meter would not been fitted.
We'd still be waiting.
So we went back upstairs, we managed to get hold of the chap, we found out which one was our meter, wired it up and bang, up and running, it's beautiful. So from now on, when the bill comes in, we have a QR code, or I think it was 7-Eleven as well. We just do that and we just pay directly online.
Yeah,
So
with your QR code, you just scan it with your bank, whichever bank you're with here in Thailand, and it just goes directly through your bank, debits it, and you're done. And then it comes up payment successful and it's all good.
it's just that a lot of people don't know, because I go to these meetings with some people at the Gymkhana sporting complex, and he's paying 9 baht, but because he's renting, he can't change his meter. But there's people there that said, oh, I might check what our rates are then, see what meter we've got. So it may help some people out. If you are buying a condo, check what meter you got and what rates you're getting charged at, if you can change it.
Yes, definitely don't. Just be aware of all the pitfalls, and when you do put a PEA application through, ask a vital question, and the question would be, where do I pay and when do I pay? Because as it was, we lost a week in that process.
Yeah.
We could have had our meter put on as soon as we did the application, which was a week ago. But yeah, it's all good now.
Well, the first time we went there, the place was absolutely chockers. There would have been at least 60 people in there, so you got to understand you can actually walk in, it's all in a minute, or you're in there for 4 hours. And expect it, it's going to happen. I was lucky the second time I walked in, the lady directly the right way, the right ticket. There's 2 types of tickets, one for paying and one for meters. Yeah. And it was all done. It was brilliant.
Yes. All right. Thank you guys for sticking with us through this particular video. Now, I hope you stick with us through our next series of videos introducing our condo, going through it. And yeah, we have a series of videos coming up about the condo, about the services here in Thailand, and don't say anything about them, about the services here in Thailand and how they work, and we will be comparing them to services in Australia because that's where we're from. And yeah, so stick with us and we will inform you of the rest of it.
Happy days.
Have a great day, guys. Bye.
See ya.